In this lesson, I want to go over about product research. So what to look for when I'm looking at name brand products, what profits am I looking for, the research guidelines, sales, etc. There's 3 factors with product research. There's profit. So let's go 3 factors. There's profit, sales rank, and history. So I'm going to write these down. Sorry, my handwriting's awful. The good thing is in the online world, when you're selling products, no one cares about what you look like or your handwriting. So with profit, right, it's simply what we'll be looking at is what tools can we use the FBA fee calculator to figure out your cost is this, what's your expenses, are there other expenses? Typically there's not going to be, it's just going to be your cost of product and your shipping. Then the sales rank, so looking over on taking sales ranks on products and kind of converting those into sales per month so you can figure out on how many units you want to go buy. And then history. The reason why we want to actually dive deep into history, which I'll show you a few history tools, is you don't just want to be making money today. I have many products in my Amazon store, and I have over 500 products now in my Amazon store. I showed you 8 that made me over $100,000 just last year. I have 500 of them. Many products in my store are actually have been selling for years, and I plan for them to be selling for several years to come. So imagine, let's say you're selling Frisbees on Amazon. How long do you think Frisbees been selling for? Decades in the past? Yeah. Do you think Frisbees will be selling for decades more in the future? Most likely. And just with every single day, you're just selling Frisbees. So what we want to do is actually look at the graphs, look at the analytics, and see what is this product going to do in the future, or what has it done in the past? Is it going to sell better in the holiday season? Is it going to sell better in the summer? Is it going to sell worse in the summer? And now here are some tools that we will be using. And these are pretty much the main tools that you really need in your business. So let me go over these right now. There's FBA fee calculator. Oop. And if you were confused, thinking if I was doing FBA or not doing FBA, this is still FBA. So you're still doing FBA on this. Amazon's fulfilling all the goods. Sales estimator. So this is not a specific tool. There's several sales estimators, and I also use a very specific way to kind of verify how many sales I'm getting. So a sales estimator. And then Keepa. Keepa is a very specific tool. FBA fee calculator will be for profit. Sales estimator will be for sales ranks. And Keepa will be for history. Fee calculator and sales estimators are free. Keepa it can be free, but for the full version is $17 a month. Actually, a lot of Amazon sellers had an uproar because Keepa started charging in February of this year, 2019. And Keepa is definitely the most valuable tool. If it was $1,000, I would still buy it. So let's go over those tools right now. Or I'm going to use those tools when I'm going over these examples. So what I want to do right now is give you an exact product example. So here's actually an invoice. You can see I bought these goods of Ben 10 PlayStation 4 that I bought for $14.25. So let me go into my computer right now. Going to copy this, and we're going to be using all the tools, the sales estimators, Keepa, etc. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paste in that into Amazon. That's the ASIN. So I'll show you how you get an ASIN later. Okay, I'm still recording. So this is the product that I bought. And what I can see, the first thing I look at is the profit. All right, so if I'm not making profits, I'm just going to move on and not look at the product. So what I do for that, to find the FBA fee calculator, which I'll put in links down below for Ty's team to put in there, but you can just Google FBA fee calculator and always be the first one to pop up. Click on that. And you paste in the ASIN. So that's the reason I bring up the ASIN. On any product on Amazon, there's a thing called an ASIN. It stands for Amazon Standard Inventory Number. And how you can find that is you get the product. So it's typically when you're dealing with a supplier, they're going to give you UPC codes or EINs if you're in Europe. And then you're going to get those UPC codes, plug them into Amazon, and then it's going to pop up a product where then you can now find the ASIN, which the ASIN is down below in the product information. This right here, product information, is important because we're going to come back to here. So that's the ASIN. Plug into here. And it's very important that you do that because you can't just go off of calculations. This is literally going to calculate the profit on this very exact product that you're going to sell. So now what we want to go over, we want to go off the buy box price. So if you know what the buy box is the current price that it is being sold for. And if I would hit add to cart, that's what I'm going to buy it for. So if I want to go buy this Ben 10 thing, 90% of Amazon customers, so consumers, are going to go to this listing. They're going to hit add to cart, and they're going to buy it. The person who got the sale, you can actually see right here, is Video Games 911. Video Games 911 and me are pretty big competitors. Yeah. He does, I think it's over like $50 million a year just selling video games. He's selling for $24.48. If I buy it from him, he's going to get that sale. He's winning the buy box, which I'll talk about later on how you win the buy box in this lesson. But that's what we're going to be selling it for. We're going to sell the same exact buy box price. So $24.48. And you can see my cost, go back into my screen. You can see on the invoice, I bought some other goods, $14.25. And this was overall a pretty small order. So I'm going to show a small order, a big order, and kind of a normal one. So $876. So $14.25. That's making $2.34. Now you're thinking, oh, that's a pretty low profit amount. Well, ROI is decent, and the good thing is you're not having to spend any money on ads. Your only other cost for this product will be the shipping price. Now, I know this personally because I ship out thousands of products. And when I mean shipping out, I'm not physically shipping it. I'm buying from my wholesalers. And I'll talk about this later. I'm buying from my wholesalers and distributors, and they ship directly to an Amazon fulfillment center. And Amazon has very deep discounted shipping rates. So when you're shipping from supplier to Amazon, it's extremely inexpensive. Off of video games, for me, it's never more than 5 cents a unit. So let's say worst case, maybe they're going all the way from Florida to Seattle. Let's say 10 cents a unit here, which is not going to be 10 cents a unit. If you're paying more than $1 per unit, even 50 cents per unit on shipping directly from supplier to Amazon, it's either because you're buying very small amounts of units or extremely bulky products, like you're shipping out like a refrigerator. But if you're shipping out a refrigerator, which, could you not, I've actually sold products on that size, like big, like full-size printers, maybe a couple dollars, $4, $5, $6, $7, but you'll be making big profit on that. So right here, making $4.24. So that's an ROI of, let's go, 2.24 divided by 14.25, 15%. So investing $14.25, I get back $14.25 plus an additional $2.24. So now what I want to do is, since these products are already selling, right? I don't have to go rank this. I can sell under the same exact listing as Video Games 911. That's all I have to do. I just put them in there. So now that goes to the next step is sales volume. How many sales am I going to get off this product? And what I like to use for sales estimates is I go to junglescout.com/estimator. Now, do not get this confused with the private label tool of Jungle Scout. This has nothing to do with it. junglescout.com/estimator is a 100% free tool to use. I'm not getting paid by Jungle Scout to say this or anything like that. And it has nothing to do with private label. So all you have to do is you have to find this current sales rank of the product, and then the marketplace you're selling it in, so Amazon.com or selling in the European Union, and the product category. So how I find that is I go back to the product information where that ASIN was at. And if you think I'm going too fast, I'm going to go over 2 more examples of this. So this is actually, I'm going really slow for myself right now because when I'm actually looking at products from suppliers, I'm going at lightning speed. So one thing you'll definitely want to get used to is definitely doing these product researches and get faster and faster at it. So you can see here, if I go to the product information, it says best sellers rank. A quick little tip is if you're not really that computer savvy, you can do Command F on your MacBook or any computer, and you can just search like best sellers rank, and it'll go all the way down there. But now the best sellers rank says 3,126 in video games. Video games is the category, but now you may be asking yourself, okay, Bo, but I see it says 473 in PlayStation 4 games. That's a sub-rank. That's a subcategory. I don't care about subcategories. You want to look for the biggest number and the one that's in a parent category. So what this is saying that it's the 473 best PlayStation 4 game in video games category. I don't care about that. I only care about what is it in the video game category. That's the parent category. So the parent category is always going to be the larger number. So 3,126. I then go to Jungle Scout. I paste that in. I'm going to remove the comma, choose the marketplace, USA, choose the category, video games, and hit calculate sales. Now this says there's 150 sales per month off that specific sales rank. One thing to keep in mind is that sales ranks can change. I'll be going over about how to do history later, but again, sales ranks can change. So right now, it's the 3,126th best video game, but in an hour, it might be 330, or it could be 2,700. So what I actually like to do, because sales estimators, they're estimators. It's not going to give you the exact. And for me, I would much rather buy not enough inventory than buy too much, especially for you just getting started. Right? I don't want you to just buy $2,000 of inventory and have to sit on it for months. I'd rather you be flipping out inventory less than 30 days. So what I do to kind of be conservative and be able to kind of really understand on how many products are really selling, I like to look at the recent reviews. And what I do here is I click on customer reviews. And I click on see all customer reviews. You have to click on the button again. And I go to most recent. What I do here is I count the most recent sales. So this is one way to kind of verify it, or the most recent reviews. And I times that by 25. So now with video games, I kind of know it's a little different, but because obviously someone could keep buying a product and never leaves a review. But typically what happens is that between every 25 to 200 sales, typically a customer leaves a review. So on the low end, it's 25. Every 25 sales, someone leaves a review. So then we can count, OK, if there's been a review in the past 30 days, there's probably been at least 25 sales. You get what I'm saying here? It's a very conservative route. So if you don't want to go off the sales estimates, with this, it is going to be closer to 150 that's coming off this product. But you could say, OK, there's been one review in the past 30 days. Right now, it's March 30th. In January, the holiday season, there was a lot more. You could say, to be conservative, there may be only 25 sales off of this. All right? And so if you buy 15 units, you'd be totally fine on this. So now we understand sales estimates, right? Estimators are pretty dang accurate. I will say they are very, very accurate. But if you want to be very conservative and do a test order, because whenever I'm buying products, I make a test order. So I'm going to write that down. Test always. Never put all of your money into one product. Always, always test, because the best way to you actually figure out how many units are selling off a product is you to actually sell the products into your store. So that's with that. So now the next thing is we got to figure out how do we position ourselves to actually get the most amount of sales. So now what I need to figure out on how do I win the buy box? Because actually the buy box, you can see right here, the seller All Out Raw LLC just got the buy box. And before that, when I went to the sales estimator, Video Games 911 was winning the buy box. So how do they switch flop? OK, so what happens? The people that win the buy box are the ones that are selling new, using FBA, and matching the current buy box price. So if you're a penny above, you're not going to get the buy box. So if someone's at $24.49 and they're selling new using FBA, they are not going to get one sale. So if you want to go sell this product, you need to sell new condition. Make sure your products are actually new, right? So not used, not refurbished. Let Amazon do the work. Use FBA, let them warehouse the goods, and then make sure to match it exactly $24.48. So now what I want to figure out, who are all the sellers that are doing that? And how I figure that out is go to other sellers. You can see that there's 30 sellers on this listing. OK, nowhere near is it 30 competitors. I'm going to tell you that right now. So click on 30 competitors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter out to Prime, because people that are not doing Prime are not going to be my competitors. I'm then going to filter out to New, because if anyone's not selling new, they're not my competitors. And now all these sellers are my competitors, except we can see US Midwest Sales is not going to be my competitor. The reason why, because he's at $26.90. Literally, if you go on Amazon.com and you search, or even if you ask an Amazon representative, how do I win the buy box, they will tell you that you can be 10% above or below the buy box price. That's completely wrong, right? I sell on Amazon every single day, and if I was at 1 penny above the buy box, I'm not going to get any sales. So what they're actually saying is you're buy box eligible if you're 10% above or below, which doesn't mean you're going to get any sales. To actually win the buy box and be in position to get sales so people add a cart, you have to be at the same exact buy box price. If you don't believe me, go be a penny above and you're not going to get any sales. So these 3 sellers right here will be the ones getting sales. Now, one thing you may be kind of concerned about when you get products into your store is you may be this person like Haluva Deals, or Hell of a Deal, I think that's what he's saying his name is. You actually get back ordered when you first get products into your store. This person says they're backward due until April 16th. This is not a bad thing. This happens to every single person. It's just what this means is that Amazon's currently putting products into your store. With this, what's going on is once it hits April 16th, he's then going to be able to get some sales. So right now, only Video Games 911 and All Out Raw are getting sales. And that's all what you really need to know about that. One kind of misbelief I want to say is you don't need to be an experienced seller to win the buy box. So I'm going to put that actually, this is really important. Do not need, I'm actually going to say sales history instead of experience. I'm going to say sales history. Sales history. As long as you sell new, use FBA and match the current buy box price. So I'm going to write that down right here. As long as you sell new, do FBA, and then match the current buy box price. If you do those three things right there, sell new, sell FBA, match current buy box price, you will be better off than 99% of Amazon sellers. I mean, I literally just showed you there's 30 sellers on this listing. 3 of them are getting sales right now. 2 actually only getting sales right now. And that's how it is for practically every single listing, because most people think, oh, I can just throw some used stuff up there, which they might get a couple sales because obviously someone could go buy right there. I can hit add to cart, but 90% of the sales are going to happen on the buy box. So that was that example for the PlayStation 4 Ben 10 games. Now where I'm going to go is actually not explain so much in detail, but kind of just go a little more slower on this Cozy Bump product. So this is a bigger deal. I actually bought just under $52,000 of these products. I mean, it's a plastic little inflatable thing for a pregnant woman to lay down on. But let me go over these right now. So this is definitely a bigger deal. So go into Amazon, paste in the ASIN, Cozy Bump. And what I can do is go to the FBA fee calculator. So it's selling for $64.99. $64.99. My price is, let me go back to my keynote. What was my invoice? $32.50. $32.50. I'm making $16.14. I actually got my vendor here to pay for my shipping for me, so my shipping was actually $0 because I tried to negotiate with him like, hey, can I get $1? They're like, yeah, we'll just pay for shipping. Okay. So now there's actually something special about this product. You can actually see the manufacturer selling this, Cozy Bump. What I actually did on this product is actually got an exclusivity with them. So I bought out 1,600 units for them, and they're actually allowing me to be their only seller. So literally, I have these products currently going into my Amazon store and being exclusive with them. That's actually one thing you can kind of do is there's many small brands. They're not huge brands, but they're small brands that you can actually get exclusive with them. I would say that if you're in Tai Lopez's like social media marketing program, you could probably go to a small brand or manufacturer that's selling on Amazon and be like, hey, we know how to go run your social media and make it better. Just in return, I want to go sell your goods. And if you can get exclusivity where you're the only one selling a product like this, I'm going to go over the numbers with you right now, it can be pretty big. But making $16 a unit, and the sales rank for this product is 9,133 in baby. So it's going to Jungle Scout, 9,133. Let's go in a baby category. 210 sales per month, right? It's getting 210 sales per month. You can be making a net profit after all fees and everything, $3,300 a month, which was no brainer for me to go buy that. Pretty good ROI there. Looking at that's close to 50%. So 1614 divided by 3250. It's just under 50%, and I'm no competition at all because I'm the one owning the SKU. So oh yeah, one thing I forgot to let you know. That I forgot to go over the Ben 10 thing as well. This is going to be a good example for it, is history. So I was actually going to show this more in the other example, but I think it's better to do it right now, is looking at history of products. And the reason why I bring this up is there's a tool called Keepa that looks at the history of the buy box prices and the sales ranks. So you can actually see here on this Cozy Bump product that these green lines, actually, let me just take you through an example, a tutorial on Keepa right now. So with Keepa, again, you can download it, and the whole purpose of it is you're looking at the history of the products. And what you can look on Keepa is the buy box history. So that's going to show you the history on the prices on the buy box before. So seeing if they go up or down. So let's say you're selling that Ben 10 game, and it's selling for 24, almost 25 bucks, and you're making $2. Well, if you realize that, oh, but a month ago it was at 19, you're not going to want to go for that because you're going to end up losing money if it goes down. Off this Cozy Bump, you can literally see that it's, I mean, I'm owning the SKU, so it doesn't really matter that much, but it's always been at $64.99 for the past 3 months. The year looked like they did a sale at $55 or something like that, and they've been as high as $72. I'm owning the SKU, so it doesn't really matter. The only time you would really care so much about Keepa is when there's competitors put in place. So the next thing I want to look at is sales rank. Those are really the two most important things I look at when I'm doing Keepa, is the sales rank. So let's go to what's called Keepa. I can actually see that the sales rank used to be as good as 1,600, 1,900, so floating around under 1,500. So we actually look at that. Let's go 1,500. That's over 1,200 sales per month. Now, since I'm actually working directly with this manufacturer, the reason why they were doing that is because they were putting a bunch of money into advertising marketing. And then I reached out to them like, hey, I mean, I can go keep this and manage it without having to spend advertising and marketing money on it. So that's why their sales rank was so good. But that's for that. So pretty much with Keepa is you definitely want to be cautious on looking at the sales ranks and the buy box histories of them. So there's one more example I want to go over. I know I'm taking a lot of time on this, but it's just because what you're really doing in your Amazon business on the business model is all you're doing is buying products and selling them and reordering them. Because what you want to get to is you want to get to the point where you source out a product and all you're doing is just reordering it, reordering it, reordering it. Now off this product right here, I actually want to go show you an example of a product that I did not buy because it's not smart to go buy it. And let me get into this. So you can see here this is actually an email deal from a supplier. So I'll be telling you about this later, but suppliers send out either spreadsheets or blast out email deals. And they offer this for $7, an OtterBox case. You probably bought OtterBox before. So now let me go over the example for this. Let me copy the ASIN, go into Amazon, click on OtterBox. So the first thing, the reason why this kind of puts some cautious to it is the reviews. So typically, again, I don't care really at all about reviews because I don't have to go get them. It doesn't really matter. As a seller, I don't care about reviews. But when a product has less than 3.5 reviews, I kind of get a little worrisome because what's going to happen there is you're going to get a lot of returns. Now, returns, you can go liquidate that and get funds back for it. For example, I sell a lot of consoles on Amazon, and whenever I have a console that gets returned, I just use up the warranty on and get the money back from it. But that's one thing. We can see, right, buying for 7, selling for 17.32, probably making a pretty good profit. So let me go into the fee calculator. Let me go into the fee calculator and figure this out. So selling for 17.22, buying for 7, and calculate. Making $4.44. Pretty good stuff. Maybe it's 20 cents to ship. Probably not at all. Making pretty good ROI, right? Because you get your $7 back plus an additional $4.44. However, what I'm looking at here is really the buy box price history. So this is the reason why I wanted to use Keepa here. As you can see, right now it's at $17, but it used to be at $10.49. Literally not too long ago at all. A month ago, it was literally beginning this month, it was at $10.48. So let me put in $10.48. Losing $1.49. And that's why I'm not going to buy the product. So if you never would have downloaded the tool Keepa, you lose money all the time on Amazon. Because I want you to build confidence. That's really, at the end of the day, what I really want you to do is build confidence that you can go buy products and sell them. Because buying low and selling high is not really a complicated business. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. You just need the confidence that you can go do that. So making sure you have that tool Keepa is going to be very, very important. Get to the next slide. here is your homework assignment. Download Keepa, Keepa. It's a Chrome extension, so you can just go on Amazon, and whenever you go on Amazon, it'll just be embedded right there. So that is your homework assignment. Download Keepa. And then one other homework assignment, what I would suggest for you to do is to research 5 products. So just go on Amazon, search some product. Maybe you go walk into a store and you see some name brand, maybe try to go see what it's selling for on Amazon. Just do your research. Obviously, you don't know the cost of your inventory because that's going to come from your supplier. So just go off the FBA fee calculator, figure out what I need to be profitable at. And then what you can actually do is start to implement how to go contact those vendors when you learn about the Finding Suppliers module, which I'll be going over throughout this course.